And we are live. Awesome. Hello and welcome, Light Steppers. It's day 2, and I'm going to start calling this week Adding Value Week because I decided this week I'm going to focus on every day. I'm going to tell you a different way to add value to your people because that's the whole game. And I want you guys to pay attention and study high-level performers, doctors, people who are high-level businessmen, and you'll realize that they all have systems on how to add value to the people around them consistently all the time. So I'm going to just dedicate this whole week to adding value. Thursday, Troy's going to take over again. And I imagine he's going to continue um, that path as well because he's a high performer. So that's what we do. So before we dive into that, I want to make sure that we go over our guiding principles so that we know that what we stand on and what we're all about. Let's get it. Also, after this, like we're done. I know that I'm like literally presenting. I would love some feedback on the guiding principles and see if you guys would like to shift some or add some or like move some around. So I keep putting that off, and I'm like, no, let's do this after I'm done with training. It'll be a short training, so it should it should be pretty quick. All right. So we fill our cups first by honoring our physical, mental, and spiritual health through self-mastery, movement, nutrition, community, and personal development. Chad?
We model behaviors, habits, and attitudes that demonstrate excellence.
By developing individuals, we strengthen families that elevate communities.
We believe that integrity, love, and principles are the foundation of both our great business and life.
We are committed to creating generational health and wealth for our community and beyond.
We
We
continually
oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Layla. That's all you, my bad.
We continually expand our organization by providing the most effective and highest quality products and services available.
Thank you. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The measure of an effective leader is not how many serve them, it is how many people they can serve. Right. Awesome. So I am hopeful that boards will work today and that we can actually get this to be a little more interactive because I really enjoy this. And it's looking like it might let me. So let's see. Fingers crossed, and we are live. Awesome. So basically, like I mentioned, we're going to be focusing on adding value. Today's day 2. The second way that I wanted to add that I want to show you guys how to add value. So yesterday was freebies. Today we're going live. And I started this call and we're live because of this. Like I this full circle moment. But that's not what I mean. I'm talking specifically about going live on Instagram. And I want to share with you guys some of the benefits of utilizing Instagram and going live on Instagram. I'm also going to share with you guys some resources to make it even easier for you to go live on Instagram. So first things first, why should I go live? I'm already scared. Like this is uncomfortable. Like I don't know what I'm gonna say, how am I gonna sound? Like all of these thoughts come to mind. I remember when I first did my live 3 years ago, very terrifying. But the benefits of doing a live, especially when you're prospecting and especially when you're building community, which is the most important thing when you're actually reaching out and collaborating with people, is that you can go on social media, and that's one of the fastest ways to get on a one-on-one call with someone. And it's public, so like it's also a great way to add value to people. So to me, it's two birds, one stone, because I reach out to people who I'm in alignment with, and have some expertise that I don't have, and then I interview them. So not only am I getting reps on interviewing, which is a really crucial skill, I'm also getting reps on presenting because I'm also speaking. I'm also connecting with a person because I'm speaking to them for half an hour to an hour. So if I've just been texting with them, they actually get to see me and feel me and actually understand me a little bit better. And after I've literally made good friends just from social media. I really like what you're doing. I really fuck with what you're doing. We should do a live. We should do a live, and I don't just say do a live. Actually, we should do a live on this, so that immediately the next step is like, okay, when? All right, this. All right, let's go. And you'll be surprised. Most people never done a live. So I've been guiding a lot of people through doing these lives. I'm talking about professionals, people who help a lot of people. they don't know how to go live, and it's really not difficult. Like you can Google this on how to go live, but it's basically like you're making a post on Instagram, just like you're gonna go make a post or drop a reel. You scroll a little bit more to the side, there's a live button, and then you just click on go live. Like you can add a caption to it. I don't really care for that. I like keeping it vague so people can just jump on and kind of figure out what's going on. Sometimes if I do have an expert coming in, then I would literally just add like the expert's name and what we're talking about, and people can jump on. But it's such a powerful tool in so many different ways. Not only are you adding value to your community, you're also adding value to the person that you're doing the live with community. You're also connecting with that person. You're also expanding your interviewing skills. You're also expanding your presenting skills. Why? Because you're dropping the recording of your live on your page after. And what do we do? We study it. We go and watch it again to see how we sound. How are we putting the words together? How many ums are we using? How many likes are we saying? It's so important because you can actually listen to yourself, and then you can, oh, I like what I'm trying to say, but I could maybe say it a little bit differently. So the next live you do, you tweak it and you can be a little bit better. So going live is crucial. To me, it was really scary. Jill, my first live, you can go back on my Instagram. My first live was with Jill. So if you guys never done a live, like I recommend doing the same thing. I'm your upline. You can use me. If you're watching the recording of this, reach out to me. I'll do a live with you. This could be 5-10 years from now. If you DM me, I'll make a way to do a live with you. So reach out to me. Like I'm definitely down to do lives. I've done lives with other people's teams. I've done lives with crowns. I've done lives with professionals in multiple fields. And I just learn a lot. And it's like literally free coaching. Straight up. Like you can ask them anything. Anything, especially if you look up to them. I reach out to people that I've done so many lives with doctors. I reach out to them. I'm like, dude, I love your work. I read your book. Would you do a live with me? Yeah, let's do it. Jump on a call with them. And then I ask them all the questions that I have. So it's a hack. Honestly, I don't know how else to put it. It's a hack to the system, to everyone's trying to get in contact with these experts. You can do it by doing these lives for them and just providing them a space for them to share what they have going on, because they're also promoting themselves. And then you can collaborate on Instagram. And then the coolest thing is that your post goes on their page. Like I have posts that are on Troy Case's page because I collaborated with him. He has 300,000 followers. Do you think that benefits me? Probably, maybe a little bit, right? So like that's literally the game. So I love to do this. If I can do a live a week, that's perfect. But just shoot for a live a month, and like you'll be really good, especially a live that you're interviewing. But if you're going live on your own, I would just say anytime, any day. Like I do late nights with Carlos. I do like, and you just go live, and people just jump on there and they get to know you a little bit better. And you can talk for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. It doesn't matter. You can go on Troy's page too, and he does lives for an hour almost every day, and he does a meditation. He talks about the ULT. He like a full hour, and he just sitting in his meditation pillow, just going live on Instagram. And it's free, and you have access to not only your followers but everyone on Instagram, because everyone that's going looking at lives, they can see you too. So I'm getting a lot of followers just from going live. And followers for me are just people that actually are in alignment with what I post. And you know, it's pretty important. But tools. This is the template I use to make any and every single live that I do with people. Like I said, I've done multiple lives with Jill. I've done lives with Troy, Brandon. I've done lives with Joyce, Dr. Harrison. I've done a lot of lives, and this is the template that I use. I kind of put this together through just reps and kind of seeing what worked for me, but this is what's working for me the best, and this is also very simple. My guests like it too. They copy it and post it on their own page. So it's a very straightforward thing. So first add the hook in the question. Something like I like to think of the hook of, will I click on, will I want to know more if I see this? So for my last post and the one that I literally used this from, I asked, is the mental health of people of color in danger? And yes, that might sound crazy, but is it really? And that's something that I actually talk about on the live. And it's something that you immediately get your ear going. You're like, I want to know a little bit more about that. That's the whole idea. But I ask a question, or because then I can say, well, join my guest and myself to find out. And then I literally give out the things that we go over. So here it's blank because I don't fill this in till after the live. This is in my notes because you're doing this on your phone. You cannot go live on a computer. You have to do it on your phone. So you have to do the whole thing on your phone, and that's what I love about it. Because then, when I go to my notes and I just fill this in with the things that we spoke about, and then five is good. Like very rarely I cannot get five, but like let's say you could do three or more, but I think five is a good number, so I can usually keep you there. And then I say this on the live at the end, and then I also say it on here. So I say, if you have any questions about anything we went over, just like this, you pay attention to my lives. I say just like this. If you have any questions about anything we went over on today's call, feel free to drop it in the comments or send the guest or me direct message, and we will be more than happy to support you however we can. I say it like that every single time. And then of course, like I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See you in the next one. To all love. And I literally leave it here. I also like to add some hashtags at the bottom of this just to like, make sure that the people that need to see it can see it. But this is literally the hook I use. I would 100% recommend, and you can literally start conversations with just a live. If you don't know how to collaborate with someone, you can literally just be like, hey, let's do a live. And the cool thing about a live is that you got to jump on a Zoom call prior to doing the live so you can coordinate what you're going to talk about. It's freaking brilliant. I know you can tell me later. And but it's really helpful because for me, like I tap into all of the top experts. A lot of them don't have big followings either, and they're super responsive. So I just reach out, I let them know what inspires me about them. And I ask like, hey, I would love to collaborate with you. Would you be open to doing a live and talking about blank? Especially if it's something they're an expert in, they're gonna be about it. They want to share their message. So I'm like, all right, let's go, let's do this. Jump in a Zoom with them, schedule a time and a date for the live, usually 2 weeks ahead, because I like to promote it. I do like a story or two, and they share on their page too. And guess what? They see my page too. So their followers see me on their stories as well. And then once we collaborate, I'll be on their page. So they'll be able to see me even more and see the message that I'm about. All right, cool. So that's the caption. And the last thing I wanted to share with you guys was the cover, because I made these ahead of time as well. I want you guys just to be professional, because I work with professional people and they want to know that you know what the fuck you're doing. This is my system. This is what I do, and they freaking love it. And they always tell me, yeah, let's do another one. At the end, they always tell me, yeah, let's do more of these. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm down. Say less. So this is the template I use. I go as simple as possible. This is the template that I use for every live that I use. It's always my same picture. I replace the picture of the other guest. I change their message at the bottom, and then I change the title of what we actually spoke about. That's it. And it's just yellow because like my colors are black, white, and gold. So like gold, but this is just things that I like. So it can be a different color, a different scheme for you. But I just wanted to show you guys that it doesn't have to be crazy. Like you can literally have this, and because once you go live, Instagram gives you the option. Okay, so now you can go and post this on your page or discard it, and just like if you mess up, you can just get rid of it. It doesn't have to be posted on your page. I've done this many times. You're like, this was really bad. No. But if you think it was a good live, you can 100%, like Instagram gives you the option. Oh, you can share it. So on there, it's just like a regular Instagram post. So you make a caption, location, you add the collaborator on there. Make sure you add them before you post it, because once you post it, you can add a collaborator. That's why I have everything done. Like I have the caption done, and I have the thumbnail done. And I ask them for a picture too. Like, what picture do you want me to use? Like, oh, this one, cool. So I make the template. So as soon as I'm done, like I literally finish the live, I go to my notes, grab the thing, fill in the diamonds, right? Change the names. And then I put the thing that it's already saved on my thing. It's already saved on my Photos app. So I put the thumbnail in there, but I share it, and I have a live that's 30 minutes of value that I just added to my whole community, and it's there forever. That's it. And I like to say 30 minutes because that's usually how I notice that's what people can get the most engaged, about 26 minutes on average. Once you get 45, like you might be pushing it. I've done an hour and a half, but like it becomes a little bit difficult unless you have a good structure for it. For interviews, 30 minutes is good. I usually schedule an hour with my experts though. So I do an hour scheduling, but I keep an eye on 30 minutes and then 5 to 10 minutes to like greetings and anything else they want to add on. 40 minutes tops. Yeah. So that just literally giving you guys all the game of how I do this. I literally utilize this to reach out to a business owner in California, and I'm doing business with her outside of doing this live. I'm gonna be training her entire team. Like I just reached out and I'm like, yo, let's do a live. And she's like, nah, like I want you to train my team. I'm like, all right, let's do it. But that's just opportunities that come from being in connection with these people. So as soon as you start that process of what I should share with you guys, and the beautiful thing is that this is recorded and you guys are gonna have the YouTube for this. Like I know I'm breezing through this because I know it's recorded. So you guys can go back and be like, okay, what did Carlos say? All right, so I did this. I should share with you guys the system that I use. It's very simple and it's a great way to add value. So like I said, one way, lives that you do on your own, I like to keep those about 15 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. And then lives that you do with someone else, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And again, I don't know who interviewed, you can interview me or I can interview you guys. Like that's also cool. I do both all the time. So I'm always down. Any questions about anything that I share, anything that needs some clarification? Is that something you guys can see yourself doing? Is there any fear about possibly doing this? How do you guys feel about lives after kind of what I shared?
I'd see myself doing them in the near future, I feel.
Okay. Let's go. I love it. How about you, Leila?
I was actually thinking about doing a live, not necessarily like an educational live, but just kind of messing around, just to kind of add value in a sense of entertainment, kind of like just like a silly, like a TikTok video, not like dances, but so for the school I committed to, I was messing around in the hotel room. I actually started to make a rap. It's kind of good.
Oh, let's go. You know I'm
So
on top of it.
I was just gonna do it on the live, like
Yeah.
after the post came out that I
Oh,
committed to
okay.
draw attention.
That makes sense.
Just as like
Ah,
see what people think
strategic
for
with
the
it.
fact that I committed. Oh, hey, she's a D1 athlete in SEC, okay, and then just start trying to get their interest from there and get them to
I
follow
like
me.
that.
So,
Do you mind if I steal that a little bit, or would you be offended?
and if it's a good idea, go for it. I mean, I
I
don't
mean, there's only one way to
I don't
find
think it
out. Let's
hurts.
see if it works. I'm gonna try it out. Like I think it sounds like a good idea. If it doesn't work, we go back to what I've been doing. But I think it sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Yeah, I'm probably
We'll
gonna steal.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we're probably gonna steal it. That's good. Okay. So yeah, like that's literally the thing that I wanted to go over with you guys. I know that I forgot to share my winning challenge yesterday, so I'll start today. So a win that I would say I'm having is fine. Let me see. I want to keep it business related. I want to keep it business. I can't keep it related to the business. A win that I'm having is that I basically have all of my actively enrolled already for the month of June for the rank of executive, and it's just the fourth. So that's a good one. I would say that's pretty good. Also that's income for next Friday, so that's nice. And a challenge. I realized this on Sunday. I went for a trail run. and I was hanging out with my friend Elias and Aaron, who both are way better runners than me. So I run with them because I'm smart. And more importantly, I'm leading them. Like I'm actually like getting them to the trail, so they're behind me, pushing me. But I was running with them, and I realized when we got to the top, I'm like, yo. And I told them I need to make sure I tell more people to come run with me because I run and I trail run all the time and I hike all the time, and I usually just do it on my own. And that's what challenged me was to be like, yo, like let me tell more people because I did it with them and they were like, dude, this was like a lot of fun. I'm like, you're right. Like I like it is a lot of fun. Like I enjoy it. Why like I should definitely share this with more people. But I realized that because I like to take time to be introspective. I looked in within myself and I'm like, how come I'm pushing away from that? Like there's some reason why I'm not doing it. So I started thinking and I realized that is because, or at least it seems like to me, my social tank is empty. But when I'm doing the trail runs or the ones that I've done in the past, and it makes it aversive for me. Like it makes it like something that I don't want to do. So like doing the Sunday ones really worked for me because I slept in, like I'm rested. So like when I do the Sunday ones, like I feel good. Like I don't feel like I worked and I thought all day and I spoke to over 100 people, right? And then I'm also doing trainings and then I'm like doing all and then going for the run. It's challenging. So I would realize it's okay for me to do both. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have time to run and do trails on my own because I enjoy that solitude once in a while, like at least once or twice a week, and then have like dedicate my Sundays and Wednesday to do it with other people because I gotta share the blessings. But yeah, that's a challenge I say because that's something that I need to start doing and something new. So yeah, like we're gonna figure that out and see what works. We're gonna start getting reps in and inviting people and seeing like what trails are better, like how I can like better prepare people. Yeah, but that's kind of where I've been at. And I figured I should share because it's something that I realized that I was blocking an opportunity that could help me to meet people that are in alignment with what I do. Like if you're down to go on a Sunday and run from the front of my house all the way up that mountain nonstop, you're my people. Like it's just that simple. Like and then we get to the top and you want to do breath work with me, you're my people. It's simple. So like it's a great way for me to just figure out who's about it. Because people hit me up all the time. I want to go hiking with you. I want to go trail running. I trail run on Sundays. Come. And not to sound mean or anything, but that's how I weed out the people who are really about it and who are really not. Like that's really what it's all about. Because it's not like we're doing 20 miles. We're doing a mile and a half. It's gonna test you physically. So are you able to do it? And if you're not, like even if you're like takes you three times the amount of time that it took me, that you still commit and got all the way to the top, that tells me so much about you. Like even if you're like not if you're out of shape and you're like, you know what, like I'm still get because you can see me and you know where we're going, I'll wait for you all the way to the top. And we can rest and shit and like get water and all that stuff. Like, but that tells me a lot about people. And I'm telling you guys, like that's something that I've used as a way to just weed out the people who I think are in alignment with me or not. Because I really resonate with people who are understand the value of physical activity and the value of challenging yourself. If you're about that, it's gonna be really easy for me to talk to you. So like I use trail running as an example because that's something that that I enjoy doing, but it could be you guys do two different sports. So like it could be those sports as well. And you guys find create community, and more importantly, if you guys want to create community, and do the things that you guys enjoy, because the internet, you'll find people who want to do the thing you want to do. And you can do that with them, and it's always more fun. It's always. Does that make sense? Yeah, like it's interesting. Like it really is interesting situation. Like when you first gather that awareness that I'm like, yo, like I'm really not inviting people. But I realized that like, that's an area that I want to improve in. And currently I call it a challenge because it's not something that I have mastered yet. Once I get to the level where I'm just like inviting people and stuff and it's easy, then that'll be good. Like, and I have friends who do that, so like I've seen it, so I know what it looks like. So luckily, I don't have to like trailblaze. I can just follow the things that have been done already. Okay. So let's do actually who wants to go first? Who wants to share next?
I can.
Sure.
Let's see. A win. Let's see. Business wise, I've just been getting more comfortable building relationships with people instead of getting right into the product or the business. Just trying to be a friend.
Nice. Dude, you just like me. When I started, it was just like, let me tell you about this. Oh, wait, let me talk to the person. Like, that's right. Dude, I love it. That's a really big win, child. That's really big.
Yeah. Um, a loss or a challenge. I would say, hmm, let me see. Just hitting my mark for the day, I would say, because I find my day so packed full of other stuff
Okay.
that sometimes I feel uh like I have no time to some days because I work construction with my dad all morning and afternoon. And I come back home at like 4:35 and then I like eat, shower, and then up to like 7 or 8, that's like the only real time I have to work. And I still gotta work out, read,
Mm.
do all that. So I'm still trying to hit my mark, but I've gotten short of it a few times. So I just feel like I need to kind of like be more disciplined to hit it. But
Mm.
at the same time, I don't want to overwork and do crap work, you know?
For sure. That's really good. So, that's a really good share, Chad. So that's gonna happen to some of your prospects. That happened to me. So something that really helped me, we're actually doing DMOs. So DMOs are daily method of operations. So what I love about DMOs is that it actually breaks down your day so that you can do all those activities that you're mentioning, and you don't have to do like 3 hours. You could do a lot less. And that's how I approach it, especially when I was working full time and I was in school and I was still able to hit ranks, like I was still able to rank up because it just compounds. So DMOs is basically breaking down an hour of your day, or if that's still too much for you as you're building, 30 minutes of your day into activities that are going to actually help you grow. So you can break it down into like sits. I'm gonna pull up the one that I use directly and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Again, you can shift this on depending on what your goals are for your business right now. But this is the ones that I use. I look this up. Okay. Yeah, but basically like it I hear you, and it's important for you to get your nutrition. It's important for you to work out. It's important that you do all those things. So I'm glad that you're paying attention to that and you're being mindful of that. And again, you have your job, so you have those um commitments already, right? You have those things that you want to make sure you don't fall through on. And this is the DMOs that I use. I hope that are in my notes. No, okay, cool. So even better. I'm just gonna pull up boards then, because we do have a version of these. I just wanted to show you guys mine. I have them here. Show you guys. All right, so I have on my journal. Like I want to show you guys on here, but I'll show you my journal. Like I literally have them written down here, and I'll read them out to you guys. But this is the date. No, the September 10th, 2023. This is when I last time I updated these. So I do these pretty consistent. But this is the last way I set them up. So daily method of operation, 1 hour. You can see it on here. First arrow, it says comment on post, 10 minutes. That, what it does is that actually, first of all, one, you get to doom scroll for 10 minutes. you kind of do scroll because you're intentional about it. So you go and you follow accounts that you actually like, and you go and comment on their pages. The reason we do this, and Jill actually told me to do this, is because it warms up the algorithm for you. So like as people are going and replying to your comments, that gets movement within your page. Second, fam time. So fam time is FAM. Find, add, and message. FAM. Find, add, and message. So first, take time. This is literally 10 minutes directly again, where you just take 10 minutes to find people on social media. This could be on, I personally like Instagram, but I'm gonna start doing LinkedIn as well, and other places as well. I'm trying to avoid TikTok as much as possible. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of that as well. So literally again, you see how I have 10 minutes, but if you add that on through a week, especially if you're doing 6 days a week, that's an hour already. You do an hour of commenting and post, an hour of finding, adding, and messaging people. So that's just 20 minutes into your daily method of operation. The next 10 minutes, and I really enjoy this one, content creation. So this is where I just have fun. So I like to challenge myself, and I like to create a piece of content and post it within those 10 minutes. Doesn't always happen. But then I have a piece of content that's basically almost done. So and you see, I'm not dedicating 3 hours of my day to creating content. 10 minutes. And then sometimes I don't get them done, and then I just do it after my hour. But I stop it. Like I have a timer. So as soon as 10 minutes are done, if I'm halfway through a caption, I'm halfway through a caption. Future me is gonna have to get it done. That's okay. Move on to the next one. This is why I thought of you and sharing my DMOs with you. Because the next 10 minutes of self-development. So you're doing 10 minutes of a business book or self-development book. And it's up to you. You could do like actual books, or you can do an audiobook. I sometimes, like, if I feel like I've been sitting for a lot of the time, like I will go and like listen and go on a walk, or go for even for a short little run or something like that. And just get my personal development in. So I'm first of all educating myself, because if you're going to be a coach, you need to continually expand yourself. So I know for a fact I got my 10 minutes in, and it's not too much. And you see, so it's a little bit more enjoyable. Then the last two things, this is check in with your current customers and brand partners. So this 10 minutes to just reach out to your customers and brand partners. If you don't have people like that you're talking to, you can also dedicate this time to reach out to people. So you can literally use this time just to straight up message people, reach out to people, as you're building customers. As I've done this before, and then of course you can eventually get to a point where you have customers and brand partners. And then the last 10 minutes is responding back to messages. So you literally, the messages you sent like right prior, they're gonna be piling up already during those 10 minutes, and you just go back, respond to those, so you can like respond to them pretty quickly, and then you're done. I expanded this because an hour wasn't enough, especially because my business is growing. So mine is an hour and a half. So I added like an extra 30 minutes prior. So I do, and this is because like if I open my Instagram right now, I have like messages already from people that I haven't responded to every time. Like it doesn't matter, because I'm always in conversation with people, so I always have that. So that's okay. So I used to get it very overwhelmed because I'm like, oh, I gotta respond to these people. No, because I have my DM all the time. So I just respond to the people during these time. So I added the 10 minutes. So I respond to my messages. So I have 10 minutes and I go and respond. It usually doesn't even take me that long. It takes me about 3 to 5 minutes. And then I can just keep going and doing other activities. Then I do a warm-up social media. So same thing, 10 minutes of just me commenting, and commenting can be on like someone's post, our post, or their story. So it's honestly a lot of fun. And then I do another 10 minutes of content creation, because I post twice a day. So yeah, that's literally how I approach it when it comes to time management, because you do not want to be dedicating more than an hour and a half to building your business. like directly, I mean, like to DMOs. Then the rest, like you can take an hour or two to jump in on calls or doing events and stuff like that, but that's separate. But this is the things that will keep your business growing. These are things that you want to do consistently, and it will also keep you growing. Will keep your brand on social media growing. Will help you get better at responding to messages. I personally have a 24-hour rule for responding to messages that I want to respond to all of them by before 24 hours. Like, and you know, Saturdays don't count because it's my day off. So that's like 48 hours. But you guys get the point. Yeah, so that's how I would approach it, Chad. I will leave it up to you. And like you see, I did here, I would journal it. I would do it and decide what would be best for you. You can do what I did too and just like completely do what my offline did. I just duplicated exactly what Jill was doing. Eventually, like the priorities had to shift because my team started to grow. So I had to change this a little bit. And like I said, I added to it. But you can make this shorter. You can literally start 10 minutes of responding to messages, 10 minutes of content creation. Like you can set it up however you want to set it up. I shared this one with you guys because that's been the most enjoyable and the most effective for me to make sure that I'm compounding those 10 minutes every day. So yeah, like I'm not gonna ask you to come up and tell me which one that you want to do today. Like take this week and like figure out what would be a good approach. Even like I said, even if it's 30 minutes, you could do 30 minutes and it can just be 30 minutes commenting on 10 minutes on posts, finding and adding, and then 10 minutes of content creation. Done. Whatever works for you, like whatever you think is like the barrier in your business right now. I would just focus on those things, and then just get more reps. Good. Helpful tool, not helpful.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's definitely helpful. Thank you.
Sharing knowledge. Ms. Leila.
Yeah.
Wins and challenges, or challenges and wins, however you want to go about it.
Well, I guess you could say a business one is I got my posts done early in the morning so they get a little bit more visibility so I can get some more interaction. Just the win overall is that I feel like I'm kind of gaining confidence to even think about say going live or doing the post. I was not like that like 2 weeks ago. So
Oh, that's
I think that's
big. Let's go.
yeah.
That's big.
So the challenge I think is just kind of a continuation from before, just making the jump to do that. Just because I'm worried about, again, like I said, with the compliance, but that may not be an issue, and that could just be, finding things to stop me, which is kind of it's been a recurring tendency that I've had. So I feel like this is a good opportunity, right? And yeah. So I had an idea. I actually have like a small clip of what I did. I feel like I can put it on my story as like a tester to see how people react to it, to see if they like the live. So I think I'll do that when they make the announcement, and then I'll do the live after to try to get over that.
I like that. I like that. That's good. Do you see you're doing it the right way. You're approaching it. You're just taking steps. Like, yes, there's fear and there's all this stuff. You're like, okay, but what can I do? Like, all right, I can start doing this. I can do a live here, and like you're doing the right things, and then you're taking steps. That's it. That's what it's all about. Like really just taking steps and moving forward. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's funny because the hook is make a decision and move. So I feel like it's kind of aligning with what I'm doing in life. So
Oh, I like
that's
that.
kind of how it works out. So
And yeah, like and what I love about the avatar work, what what I love about doing like the avatar work and the social media work is that like when you start looking for an avatar, you start it's a mirror, right? Like I remember I made a list of the things that I wanted on my people in my team, and then I was like, I don't think I'm those things yet. Like, okay. And it's just a great way for me to realize, okay, so like for me to attack these people, I need to become these people. Like I need to become, and it made it easier because now I'm that kind of person. But when I first did this work, and I was like, I remember writing it down. Like this is my avatar. I want a person who's disciplined and is always on time, and I want someone who's always prepared and organized. Like I asked for a lot of things, but then I like to be introspective, and I'm like, am I those things? And some of them I was like, there's things I already was. Like I was like, yeah, I'm that. I'm a hard worker. I'm honest. Like yeah, like okay, I'm those things. But those other things, am I those things? And the answer was not yet. So I had to do that work. And social media does that for
Yeah.
you. Like, okay, who am I talking to? I'm like, okay, damn, I gotta elevate. And it's a great mirror. Literally, you see yourself.
Yep.
Um, I mean, but it doesn't sound like a challenge. It sounds like a level up, though. It really does sound like a level up. I mean, I get where you're coming from, though. It's a challenge because you're navigating through it, but you're doing the work to overcome it. So, like, yeah, you just keep doing it. You're doing the things. No need to. I don't even need a tool today. You got that. You got that one. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it there.
How would
It was.
you
Was that?
wins and losses for today?
Oh,
Or was that the one you said earlier?
I mean, that was, I guess you're right. That's from yesterday, right? Yeah, I can tell you one, from today. So from the business, I would say I, grew some balls and I actually stayed up really late last night. But I told Chad about this too, and I told the guys about this. But I have this gift cards that PRM sent me when I first signed up. And it's like it was a lot. It was like double these. And I held on to them for like the entire like I got these when I started the business and I found them when I moved, and I'm like, oh, I never gave these away. And there literally says $50 gift cards with a Pyrium thing, and it has your code in the back, like the whole thing. So today I actually went and I wrote a sign and I put it in the break room. It's the most fucking terrifying thing in the world, which is crazy to me, but it was so scary. And I wrote down like it was the simplest $50 gift cards for Organic Nutrition. Bless yourself, Carlos, and I signed it myself. And I literally put a couple of arrows, and I put a stack of these. These are blank, but I wrote on the one the reason I stayed late is because I wrote my name on top and I wrote my Instagram handle. And yeah, and then like of course make sure the back was good. So I had like 4 conversations about the business today, just a break. So that was a big win, a big challenge that I had to overcome because I was very scared of all like all my coworkers were good thinking they were very excited, and a lot of them were grabbing them like hockey. My assistant was like, I want one. I'm like, let's go. So that would be a big win. I literally forgot about that, but that's for me, that's a big thing that happened.
Yes.
And then I would say a challenge. Um, a challenge. What would I say? Oh, I guess my schedule. Like, not necessarily like, yeah, like really just figuring out how to structure my schedule so that I can do all of the things that I'm doing and do them in an effective way. So that's been an interesting challenge. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say thank you to everyone that watched the recording. I'm gonna stop the live and I'm gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna share with you guys my calendar so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if you're watching this recording, you're like, damn, I wish I could watch this, then you gotta jump on these trainings because that's the only way you can see this. So let me stop this. I hope you guys